journey, friends. It's time for Friday Fun with Sarah. And today I've got something really fun that we can make. We're going to make a Valentine with a lace heart inside. We're going to stitch up this lace heart. I'm going to show you how to make the Valentine, and you can make these for anyone in your family. Now remember, you don't have to just make these for the people you're in love with, but make them for everyone that you love. Now, the complete instructions and the crochet pattern and also a diagram for the lace heart is on my blog, and you can find that blog link down in the notes underneath this video. Now let's see what we need for supplies. To make the heart itself, you just need a little bit of any color of medium weight number 4 yarn. You can use any fiber that you have on hand. These are all made with leftover acrylic yarns in different colors. And for today's demonstration, I'm going to use this light pink. And you can use any medium weight number 4 yarn that you have on hand. You'll need your H hook, which is a 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, to crochet up that heart. You'll need a needle for weaving in your ends. Now, if you want to block your hearts to make them nice and flat and shaped nicely, you can use a blocking board, some pins, and some water, and I'll show you how to do this at the end of the video. But what else you're going to need is a hole punch if you want to punch that hole through so you can make a little tie. You don't have to do that. Some double-sided tape just to attach the heart to the inside of your Valentine. And you'll need some cardstock. Now I've got white and blue. This one's lavender. You can use any color of cardstock that you want. And if you don't have cardstock, you can also just use your regular printer paper. It's just not going to be as thick. All right, and I'm going to talk to you in just a second about how to get that Valentine onto your cardstock. I made this Valentine just using some fun, free clip art that I found online, and I put it all together in my photo program. Now, to get this particular one, again, you'll need to go to that blog link that's in the notes under the video in that description box, and what you do is you copy the picture, you paste it to a Word document, and then you print it off on your computer. But you don't have to use My Valentine. You can go online and find lots of different Valentines that will work perfectly. I just added this, I'm hooked on you, and then my heart has a crochet hook through it because it is a skein of yarn, or a ball. Well, actually, it's a heart of yarn. And I thought that was super cute. But there are lots of other Valentines that you can print off. And what you need to do is you need to print it on the bottom portion of your paper so that you can take it and fold it in half. Now, this is a piece of regular typing paper, or I should say computer paper. But I like doing it on cardstock because it has a lot more firmness to it and holds that Valentine a lot better. But if you don't have any cardstock on hand, you can find it anywhere you find printing paper. I always buy mine at Hobby Lobby, and I usually get a pack that has yellow, purple, pink, and blue in it. That's where these color ones come from, all right? But like I said, you can do it on white or white cardstock. You can even use printed paper that has hearts all over it, or if you're giving this to someone who likes dogs, paw prints, or maybe fish for kitties, or whatever that person's involved with that is something they collect or like, you can use any kind of paper that you want to, and then just print a Valentine or this one on top. And again, you want to print it on the bottom portion of the paper so that you can bend it and fold it in half to form that Valentine. Now, if you're going to mail this Valentine, you're probably going to have to cut this down in order to find an envelope that is big enough. But you can mail these as well. Just get your scissors and cut down your Valentine to an envelope size that you have on hand. All right, so that's how you get the Valentine onto the paper or the cardstock. Now let's make the heart. The heart measures about 4 inches across and about 4.5 inches long. So it's a really nice size little heart. It's an open and lacy heart. It also makes a great applique that you can put on, say, a scarf or a hat or just a gift, maybe a pillow. You can use it for lots of different reasons. I think it would look really cute like on the side of a jean jacket or jeans, maybe a jean skirt. But it's a really easy pattern, and I'm going to show you how to do it right now. All right, I've got my H hook, the 5.0 millimeter crochet hook, and my yarn. I'm using this light pink yarn. We're going to begin with our slip knot, and we're going to chain 12 chains. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, and 12. Now, we're going to turn and we're going to stitch a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So I'm stitching a double crochet in the 6th chain from the hook. All right, so now we're going to chain 1. We're going to skip the next stitch and double crochet in the next. Chain 1, skip 1, double crochet in the next. Now we're going to chain 1, skip the next stitch, and double crochet in that last chain. And then we'll chain 4. And so what it has here is double crochet, chain 1, which were those 5 stitches that we skipped. Then we have double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet. So that gives us 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets and 1, 2, 3, 4 chain 1 spaces. All right, let's do row 2. We chained 4. That counts as a double crochet, chain 1, and we're going to turn our work. We're going to double crochet in the next double crochet. We'll skip that chain 1 space. Whoops, get in there. Now we'll chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, and double crochet in that chain 3, and then chain 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets and 1, 2, 3, 4 chain 1 spaces. We chained 4. We're going to turn our work and repeat what we did on row 2. Double crochet in the double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet in the 3rd chain of that chain 4. We'll chain 4, whoops, 3, 4. Now we'll turn our work and repeat this one more time. We chained 4, double crochet in the next double crochet, and chain 1. Double crochet in the next double crochet, and chain 1, double crochet in the next double crochet, chain 1, and then double crochet in the 3rd chain of that chain 4. And now we're just going to chain 1. So we have 4 rows that have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 double crochets and 1, 2, 3, 4 chain 1 spaces. So now we're going to begin forming the shape of the heart. So we're going to turn our work, and we'll be working across here. We're going to single crochet in the top of that first double crochet. Then we're going to single crochet in this first chain 1 space. Now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip across to this last chain 1 space and single crochet. Now we'll chain 2, 1, 2, and then single crochet in this same chain 1 space. Now we're going to turn and work down this side of our square. Chain 3, 1, 2, 3. We're going to skip all the sides of these stitches, go in this chain 1 space, and stitch a single crochet, and then stitch a single crochet in the top of this last double crochet. All right, so before we go any farther, let's take a look at what we just did. This is going to be the top of your heart. We're going to be stitching the heart bumps in these 2 chain 3 spaces. So we have 2 single crochets, chain 3, then in this corner we did single crochet, chain 2, and single crochet. Then we did a chain 3, and in this last chain space we single crocheted and then single crocheted in this last double crochet on this side. All right, so I hope that you can see how it's going to work. This is going to be the bottom point of our heart, and these are our 2 heart bumps. All right, now we're going to stitch down the side here to make the point of the bottom of our heart. All right, we'll get that tail of yarn out of the way and turn this way. So we're going to single crochet in this top of that double crochet, then we'll single crochet in that space. We'll single crochet in the side of that stitch because that's the side of the double crochet. Single crochet in the space, single crochet in the side of that double crochet, single crochet in the space, and then single crochet in the side of that double crochet. And you need to have stitched 7 single crochet so far. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. And then we'll do the 8th one in this corner. And now we're going to chain 3. 1, 2, 3. All right, then we're going to single crochet in that same space, and that's going to form the point of the bottom of our heart. And now we're just going to repeat on this side what we did over here. Single crochet in the side of that double crochet, single crochet in the chain space, single crochet in the double crochet, and then in the chain 1 space. Those are chain 1 spaces. Alrighty, here's our last one. And now what we're going to do is we're going to join to that first single crochet where we started, going across for our heart bump. So we'll go ahead and single crochet and chain 1. Here is where our heart bumps will go, and then this is the point of the bottom of our heart. All right, now we're going to finish with our heart bumps. We've single crocheted in this first stitch. We're going to move right over to our chain 3 space and stitch 9 double crochets right in this chain 3 space. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 double crochets in that chain 3 space. Now we're going to slip stitch in that chain 2 that we did in the center. And then we'll move right over to this other chain 3 space and stitch 9 double crochets. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and that tail out of the way there, 9. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, and 9. And now all we're going to do is we're going to join to that first single crochet with a slip stitch. There we go. And now our heart is finished. We do need to tie off. We're going to go to the next stitch and pull that loop to the back so it looks nice and neat. All right, and then we'll take a few seconds here and weave these ends in, and then I'm going to show you how to add it to your Valentine. But remember, this doesn't just have to go on a Valentine or in a Valentine. You can add it to anything that you want. Wouldn't it be pretty to make these and add them to some pretty red towels or dishcloths, or maybe even a bright red table runner with some pretty purple ones or something? There is a lot you can do with these. And of course you can make them in any fiber that you want to. Make them in cotton, add them to your towels. Super pretty. Dress up your bathroom or your kitchen for Valentine's Day. All right, now I'm going to go ahead and show you how to add it onto your Valentine, and then I'll show you how to do a little bit of blocking so that your heart looks pretty. So here's the one that I already made, and remember, you don't have to use my design for your Valentine. You can get online and print off any Valentines that you want, or you can buy some that are already pre-made. So what I did is I folded it in half like I showed you earlier. And then I took my hole punch and punched a hole. So here's my blue one I'm going to make now. So I just sort of eyeballed it, trying to get it to the center. You can measure if you want to. You don't have to. All right, so I'm going to punch that hole there for the tie. All right, then I'll open it up and I'll decide where I want to put my heart. Now this one's going to need a little bit of blocking just to make it perfect. You know, make it a nice perfect shape. And I like to kind of set it to the center, just a little off, and that will give me some room to write over here. All right, so you can either use double-sided tape, and the reason I suggest using tape and not glue is because that way they can pull it off and use it for something. I mean, they can even put a magnet on the back and stick it on their fridge. All right, so you just put some tape on. This is not double-sided tape. I just folded it over. So if you don't have double-sided tape, this works just fine. You just want to hold it there long enough to give them the Valentine. And then just stick your Valentine on there. Grab your ink pen and write, you know, to, I'm going to put hubby because this is for my hubs. Love, Sarah. Okay. It could go to my daughter, my son, my grandkids, and then they can do something with that. All right, then I'm not going to use the red string. I'm just going to use the pink one, and you just put it through those two holes. That way it holds it shut. The Valentine won't come out if the tape gets loose. And just tie a bow. And it's a lot of fun. You can use ribbon. You can put several pieces of the yarn together, make it thicker. You could even chain it to make it thicker. But this is a really fun way to make a Valentine. Now, you could do this for school kids as well. You could do flowers or a different applique, you know, for what's going on. If it's for a football team, make little football appliques and come up with a little Valentine for that. You know, there's just lots of different things that you can do. Cheerleaders, make a pom-pom and stick it on the front. You know, it's just lots of different things that you can do with the kids to save some money and make some fun Valentines. To block your hearts, all you have to do is have some sort of a blocking board. This is one I've had for years, and I have several others. if you want to get some of these, they're like a sponge, and they're super easy to use. I bought mine, this one, and then all the other ones that I have, at Michael's, and I think they were $4.99 a piece, and I ended up buying 6, I think, because you can put them together like a puzzle for bigger pieces. All right, I don't know what the price is now. I know they have them in packs at Joann's. If you want to buy like a pack of 5 or 6, they have them that way at Joann's craft store also. I've never seen them at Hobby Lobby, so I don't know if they have them there. But yeah, just check your local craft stores and fabric stores. They'll have these. Okay? And all you do is you pin it on, and I like to make sure that I get the rounded part right, and so I'll probably put some pins like this. And one thing to remember, when you're blocking, make sure you use a stainless steel pin, not a metal pin. Like if you've got grandma's old pin box and you look in there, some of those pins might be rusted a little, and you don't want your pins to be rusted, and you don't want them to rust. So make sure you get stainless steel blocking board pins or dressmaker pins. Okay, you don't have to put anything on it other than just a little bit of water. I have a spritz bottle that I use when I iron my husband's shirts, and so what I do is I pin them to a blocking board. Also, if you don't have a blocking board, you can use cardboard. Just put a towel over it so that cardboard doesn't get too soggy. All right, so you just spritz the hearts once they're pinned, and then what I do is I just set it on my dryer or in the sun to dry. And these have been pinned since last night, and so what I'll do then is I'll just pop them off. And now it's a nice crisp heart that'll look really pretty on my Valentine. Now, if you want these to be extra crisp, like you want to hang them up on a bunting or use for decorations, you can use 50% of the white school glue and 50% water and mix it up. And you can also spritz that on there, or you can soak these if you want it even more sticky, not sticky, even more stiff, and pin them. Just remember, school glue is sticky. That's why I had that on my mind. And make sure it's completely dry before you mess with it, all right? I do that with some of my Christmas ornaments, some of my snowflakes and things like that. I use a 50-50 Elmer's glue or white school glue and water. And then I make sure it's 100% dry before I use it. So, my yarny friends, this is a fun way to make some Valentines. You can print off this Valentine or one you like better and stitch up that lace heart and put it inside, or use it for lots of decorations. And remember, hearts aren't just for Valentine's Day, they're for all time of the year. Alrighty, so stitch some up. And I'll see you next Friday for Friday Fun Day with Sarah.